I don't know about y'all, but I think in order to be passionate, you got to have a great song. How many of y'all got a great song? Got a great song? Well, I have one. It's called Ancient of Days. I don't know if any of y'all have ever heard that, but it's a great song. And I was living in Shreveport at the time. I was becoming a national sales director, and y'all, I was working, and I had just been diagnosed with cancer. Our daughter got married, engaged, pregnant, maybe not in the order we had planned on. My directors were doing some crazy things, and there was just all these things going on, and my goal just seemed so foggy, and I just love worship music. And so I was driving down from Shreveport down to Natchitoches, and I knew the speed limit went from 70 to 55, but I was so caught up in the moment that I missed it. And I looked up, and there was some blue lights up there, and so I pulled up, and I whipped open the door, and I'm like, brother, you got to come up here and hear this song. Okay, because listen, I know I was speeding, but I'm telling you, you got to hear this song. And he looked at me like I might have started my prison ministry that afternoon if I was not really careful, especially since I jumped out of the car. And I'm like, you got to hear this. Oh my gosh. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, sister, I cannot tell my grandma that I gave a woman a ticket for praising the Lord too fast, but I'm going to tell you right now, you need to slow it down so you don't go see him today. I will tell you, it is all about passion, and I hope that you've got something that moves your soul, that you get so lost in, that this conference does move your soul, because I know that when passion and purpose are present, discipline is never an issue. And you know what that means for you? That means you are this close to your red jacket. Who's excited about a red jacket? Who's excited about a car? Anybody excited about directorship? How about a pink Cadillac? How about a trip? How about a million? How about national? Oh my goodness, we're so excited. The thing I want you to remember as we go through this morning is that the position does not make you, you make the position, right? It's who you become in the process. It's the skills you refine, the money you make, the connections you make. It's a platform you create. What we're going to talk about today, and this is audience participation, okay? Because what I'm going to challenge you to do is I want you to push back on life. I want you to push out limiting beliefs, and I want you to push through until you are on the other side. And when things get really foggy and you're ready for more, I want you to pick up your starter kit. Okay, you ready? We're going to practice that. Go push back, push up, push through, and pick up your starter kit. That's what we're going to do. I will tell you that I was 23 years old when I was first introduced to Mary Kay, and I loved my life. I was active duty in the Air Force. I designed and installed computer and telephone systems. It was exactly where I thought I was supposed to be, because I was told my whole life that I didn't get along with women. I was the son my dad never had. My beautiful sister is here. She was always the glamorous one. I washed my face with shampoo. My favorite F word, as I shared with the consultants earlier, was not faith or fun or fellowship, and I'll let you figure out what that was. I was not a good candidate. At that time, though, in my military career, I worked rotating 12-hour shifts. I was gone about 10 days out of every month to an undisclosed location. I was on call 24/7. One of the systems that I worked with was the way the president talked to the head of the European forces. So it was a very high-stress job. At that time, I was interviewing to go to work for the CIA, and it looked like a great path. Until one morning, I woke up. And I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but I felt like I had an elephant on my chest. And I can remember with these huge tears running down my face going, this is not the life that I was designed for. That I'm living in a box and I'm living somebody else's dream life, and this is my nightmare life. And I started praying for a change. And the lady who watched our daughter about 70 hours a week is the lady who led me to the Lord. And I can remember on Tuesday I picked up Samantha, and Wanda was tired, crappy, and broke, and we got along great. And then on Wednesday, she drank the Mary Kay pink lemonade that Roxanne talked about with the one ambition to get me in. And she's like, you can do Mary Kay. I'm like, I am not. She's like, you need to do Mary Kay. I'm like, you need to back off. And then she kept on, and then I'm not going to tell you what I went from there. But then she cried, and then I felt guilty, and that's how I ended up at my first event. So I don't know if you need some guilt or whatever. But I will tell you that that night was the first time I'd ever seen powerful women. And I'm talking about using their gifts, their talents, their ability to give money away, to give skills away, to give resources away, to raise up a generation of amazing women, to be able to create dream lives, to break generational curses. I had never, ever seen anything like it, and I was all in. I gave them a bad credit card, and baby, I was ready to roll. I'm telling you, I got a gift. They didn't know it was bad at the time. You know, y'all can't do that now. We could float a little bit back in the day, but it was kind of fun. But I would tell you, I came home, I was all in. I told my husband, I'm like, baby, I am in Mary Kay. I'm going to peek out like I'm quitting my job. Now, my man can use the F word as a noun, verb, and prepositional phrase, of which he did. And I could too. So it was a little hot in my house that night. And then I was almost in, right? So I was like, almost in. So I went to my job, totally forgot that I hated those people and they hated me. But I came in with all my passion. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. I started Mary Kay, and they're like, oh, Diana, I had a friend try Mary Kay and her face fell off. I'm like, I did not know that was an option. And then I said, okay. I was getting more scared. I went to the next office. I said, y'all, I'm so excited. I started Mary Kay. And they said, I've got a friend who's got a basement full of Mary Kay. And I'm like, oh, no, that'll happen. I don't even know how I'm getting that starter kit. And so I will tell you that I then went all out. I was out. I called my director. I was in tears because what those people didn't realize that they were doing with the best intention is they stole my hope. Right? They stole my hope, and they didn't mean to. And I can remember calling Connie Lamb, who, by the way, is Tammy Thatcher's senior director. My sister, that's right. Connie Lamb making a big impression here. And so I can remember calling her, and I'm like, I can't do this. And she said, why not? And I said, I don't have time, and I don't know anybody. And she said, Diana, did something change? And I started to cry more, and I told her what was going on. She said, Diana, listen. Financially, spiritually, and emotionally, would you trade places with those people? I'm like, no, they're as tired, crappy, and broke as I am. She said, if you're going to get married, are you going to be married to somebody who's been married 25 times or 25 years? Right? If you're going to go to college, you talk to a college dropout or a college graduate. Don't take advice from people you wouldn't trade places with. Y'all, I'm so thankful that I didn't do that. When you leave here, you are going to be passionate, right? Do not take advice from people you would not trade places with. I will tell you that I got started, went on target for my car, went to my very first seminar. You're going to hear this story over and over again. This is why seminar is so good. I was still in the military. I thought all these crying, whining, girly, they were getting on my nerves. I had to room with girls. And so I was there. They're like, oh, you're just going to be so touched. I'm like, probably not. And so, but it was the 25th anniversary, and Mary Kay Ash came out with 4 white horses in a carriage. Old girls started to cry. And I'm talking not this. I'm talking kind of stuff. And for 4 days, I did a purge. I'm telling you, I purged out every negative label, and I began to dream again. And that's what we're going to do here, and that's what we're going to do at seminar. I'm going to tell you that you're only a few pivots away, but you've got to be able to erase and replace. And we're going to have to push back, right? So we're going to do this together. Ready? Are you ready to push back? Push up. I can't decide if I want out or up. What do you think? Let's do out. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's do this again. Push back, push out, push through, and pick up your starter kit. Okay? If I bounce my head on this, I might say F word, and I don't want to. It'll be okay, good. So one of the things I want to talk to you all about is that you're going to get to choose, right? Every day you get to choose whether you want to commit or whether you want to quit. Every day you get to gather evidence. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to go on an investigation. Because guess what, y'all? Every single day you're gathering evidence whether to commit or whether to quit. You're gathering evidence. Should I move ahead or should I stay back? You're gathering evidence. Should I or shouldn't I? Every single day you got out your magnifying glass and you're gathering up stories. One day you're going to be able to live out an abundant, audacious, all-in life. And what we're excited about right now is that we're going to start an investigation. And so the first thing that we're going to take a look at right here is the land of the lazy, because you are now presented with 3 doors. And every day you're going to decide, am I going to walk through the land of the lazy? Am I going to walk through the land of the lazy? And this is all the people who aren't here, so we're not going to spend a lot of time doing that because they're binge watching somebody else's life, right? They're stuck in a generational curse. The boxes, they're stuck in the box of what everybody has told them, right? And we know that you've got to be able to erase and replace those. So we're not going to spend a lot of time there, but you're going to pick up your magnifying glass, and this is where a lot of people are, and they're right here. This is the one that they're wedged, right? They're wedged right in the middle between faith and fear, and they're meandering in the maze of mediocrity. In the maze of mediocrity, and I'm going to challenge every single one of you from the very back row to the very front row, that if you're in that, if you've even got one toe in that, sister, get out. Get out of that maze of mediocrity. You know who reigns there? The queen bee of I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. We got to dethrone her and get her out. We are going to drown her in the pond of procrastination, right? Right? We are going to get out of the river of regret, and we are moving ahead. Because we are going to do what? Push back. Push through, and pick up our starter kit. Because there is another door that's waiting for you, and that is the elite land of excellence. Right? Is there anybody that wants to investigate the elite land of excellence? Are you excited for that? Well, we are excited. And y'all know, for the people that are holding you back, it's very important that if somebody is trying to hold you back, what are you going to do? You're going to wipe their name off the board, say bless their little heart, they're doing the best they can, and you squirt yourself with glitter. This is national glitter, by the way. It's just a little fancier. Okay, good. So you make sure nobody's holding you back. They're swimming in that river of regret. They just got to stay there. Y'all got to move on, move on. Change out who you're hanging out with. I will tell you now, as I live in this land, because of Karen Pirro, because of Arlene Linares, because of Connie Lamb, because of my girlfriends, because of my national girlfriends that sit here today, I am a different person. I watched Kate DeBlander debuting her daughter as a national sales director, and I know our legacy is stronger than ever. I look at my daughter and my granddaughter, who's 14, who started today and got 2 hits in the sports. So I love that I'm able to be there. I think about my husband, who retired 17 years ago from the military and who can't sit for more than a couple of hours at a time. What if I had stayed in the pond of procrastination? What if I had taken advice from people that I wouldn't trade places with? What if I had never gotten started? What if I had quit? Then that man would have gone to work every single day in pain. But instead, he came to work with me every day. He would say that might be pain. I'm a little happy, and he may not be as much, but at least his back doesn't hurt. His ears do. I think about my son-in-law. And the very first summer or the very first Christmas, whenever his parents were there, and we paid for Dakota to go to private Christian school, and I watched my manly son-in-law come up to me with tears in his eyes, and he said, "Thank you so much for making the choices that you did so that our daughter can have a different choice. And I want you all to know that dreams are attached to yours, and you don't realize what all is going to happen. And I'm telling you that there's a ripple effect by you being able to do what? Push back, push through, and pick up your starter kit. Just push. We're just going to push. Okay, that's what we're doing. It's like Sharice Hickson, where Sharice is not going to push, but everybody else is going to push. Okay? I want you. That's all we're going to do. Right? We're just going to push. That's easier. Holy cow. Okay, good. All right, so they're really flashing me now. I got to get going, so let me get going. It is all about the choices, right? I think about Crystal Gardner, who came into Mary Kay to make $50 a week, and now she paid off $100,000 in student loans. Will be in the $1 million club. I think of Tara Pullman, who stepped away from a full-time, very toxic job so that she and her husband can do ministry full-time together. I think of Shonda Green, who just got started less than 9 months ago, that will debut as a sales director there in Norfolk, Virginia. I think of Brenda Tholen, who's now working internationally after 25 years. She has found her ground floor opportunity back in Mary Kay in another country. And here's the wrap-up, just so you know, so you don't have to flash me again. Okay, I just need one more. Okay, good. All right, so here's what I want to do is now I'm going to need a little more audience participation, because here's the thing that I do believe, because what are we going to do? We're going to push. Our starter kit, right? All right, so here we go. Now, here it is. Now, this is the income that you all get as a consultant. One to be strong. There it is. Woohoo. Can't even see it. Can't even see the darn thing. Okay. Now, if you're a team leader, right now, of course, you get your $100, but you got 2 need to be strong. That's right. That's good. Okay. We won't put a house shoot by that or anything. But here's what we're going to do. When you pick up this starter kit and you decide to become a Mary Kay independent sales director, I want to talk to you about all of the streams of income that are waiting for you. But as I call these out, you have to say more and more and more. You have to say it louder. They're going to kick me off the stage. Okay, so let's do a practice. Right? Did you